Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Trending Thursday. My name is Glenn, Senior Stock Market Strategist for VectorVest. Glad to be here. Glad to have you here as we continue to grow. Man, more and more people are joining us for our live streams. Thank you very much for that. And Badger just put in there, please tap the subscribe button below the screen. Then you can comment here in the chat box with the rest of us at hashtag VVNation. Gotta love that. If you can hear me, by all means, please respond in the affirmative in the chat to let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. Michelle says, help. Bill, I saw that in the chat. I couldn't find any news on it. I'm going to check again once we get into the stories. I didn't see any news that it split yet. So I know that they were going to split. I just hadn't seen it yet. And I was looking for news just as we were getting on. I was like, how the heck did I miss that? I just didn't see any news on it just quite yet. So I see everybody's chiming in. Thank you for that. Again, if you're brand new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon. You'll be alerted to when these live streams happen. And of course, if you like what you see today, hit the like button. And for every 10 likes at the end of the presentation today, for every 10 likes, I will look at one of your stocks. So the more likes we get, the more stocks we look at today. Bill says, it did yesterday, saw it in my account. So you saw it actually split in your holdings? Okay. I'm still going to take a look at it. STW Goat says, market sucks. What have I been saying for the last month and a half, folks? I've been preparing you for this. I've definitely been preparing you for this. If you agree with that, all right, if you agree with that, type a 1 in the room. We did not leave you guys trying to hold the bag on anything. If you agree that we've done the job in trying to prepare you for what's going on right now. Now, one day doesn't make a trend. But we've been, I know, Doug, I just said that. I just said that. I'm with you. I'm not claiming that the sky is falling. I'm not saying that everybody Katie bar the doors and throw the baby out with the bathwater. I'm not saying any of that. I am not the master of doom and gloom either. So I'm not trying to scare anybody. What I am trying to say is that I've said for the longest time that the market's move to the upside was unsustainable. All right, we know where the money was going. It was going into the chip stocks. It was going into tech. And that's what was moving the market. And then over the last week or so, it's been lower dollar stocks, lower dollar high growth stocks. Well, that makes sense as the market is moving higher. But 2 reports came out this week, right? We had the CPI report. We had the PPI report today. Both of those reports came in. I'm liking the word. I don't know if I'm liking it, but it's the word that's being used more so now than anything is a sticky inflation scenario. And I think one of the big things that was driving the market higher, there's 3 things. FOMO, for the guys that missed out early on the runs on all these tech stocks. The tech stocks been moving the market higher, focusing just on those stocks. And number 3, thinking that and hoping that we do get a rate decrease, a rate cut. With that all being said, check out tomorrow's videos. Tomorrow's 6 p.m. video is going to do some explanation of why, with the CPI and PPI data coming in a little warmer than expected, why is the market still moving up? So make sure you watch tomorrow's 6 p.m. video. A lot of charts about a lot of things that we can't put in VectorVest because we don't have them. So I went outside to actually track what was going on with the CPI, the PPI, the GDP, unemployment, all of those things and how they play into what the market is doing right now. Glenn, are you still less than 50% invested? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm eating my own cooking, raising cash, half position so that I'm playing with the house's money. All right. Aren't you supposed to be on vacation? Why does everybody think I was on vacation this week? My vacation starts tomorrow. My wife and I are going out to the Outer Banks, to the beach. My wife's a beach girl. We're going out to the Outer Banks starting tomorrow, and I will be back on Tuesday. Everybody thinks, I got you, Pedro. We're on the look at the BSR. Everybody thinks that my vacation was this week, and it wasn't. Steve told us this morning. Steve got it all wrong. That I am leaving out tomorrow, right? All right, time to dig in the golden oil. Mukesh, we're going to talk a little bit about that as well. All right, so Joey, put me on the screen that I'm on looking at my graph, looking at the market timing graph, okay? Looking at the market timing graph, this is what's going on, all right? I've been stating over and over that the market was at a level where, it's just been going up and up and up and up and up. Our MTI is at 1.37. The market's not at a level of being overbought yet. The buy to sell ratio is at 1.44, which tells, not that. Oh, hold on. Let me get to the right date. Ta-da. MTI is at 1.2. Buy to sell ratio is at 0.90. We like to call the buy to sell ratio the canary in the mine. The canary in the mine. Miners go and they were mining and methane gas comes in. You don't smell it. You don't see it, it's gas. But you bring a canary in, if a canary died, it was time to get out of the mine. Same kind of scenario when you're looking at the buy to sell ratio. The buy to sell ratio is now below the value of 1, which means all the stocks that were getting buy recommendations in this uptrend are now losing their buy recommendations. So yes, I'm with you. One day doesn't make a trend. I have a trend line on the market. We're still above it. I've got a level of support sitting on the market, sitting at about 64.50. We're still above it. But when you take into consideration the inflation news, inflation is still a problem. With inflation still being a problem, the Fed is having a hard time determining when they want to cut interest rates. A lot of investors have been driving the market higher in anticipation of that rate cut. It doesn't look like it's going to happen until about June. But if the Fed is data-driven, if the data keeps coming out time after time that we have a rise in inflation, whether it be small or not, it keeps the Fed pushing the can down the road until it makes the right decision or a decision on if it's time to cut rates. Now, how many of you feel that the Fed is going to come late to the party with a Fed cut, with a rate cut? Type of 1 in the room. How many of you feel that the Fed is going to come late to the party with a Fed cut? And most likely, when the Fed cuts the interest rate, the stuff has already hit the fan. So I want you to understand that. When the Fed, and you're all typing 1s in here, by the time the Fed actually cuts the interest rate, the stuff has already hit the fan. And by that time, the market will already be on its way down, But you got to understand, there's supposed to be a differentiation between the market and the economy. But at this particular point in time in the market, they are so intertwined with each other. They predict they will be a total of 75 basis points. I still say, and I'm going to answer that in a second, Badger, I still say we possibly, if the data is going the way that it is, we possibly may not get a rate cut. Now, Badger says, but probably the first cut near the election in November. If that happens, Badger, that most likely will be the most political rate cut ever. Do you agree with that, yes or no? All right, I don't like to put politics into the equation. But if it happens right before election time, that will be the most political cut probably ever. Because the market, if the data is the data, the market still won't need a rate cut at that time. All right? If the data is the data, and the Fed has said on more than one occasion that they are being data-driven, and the data is showing that inflation is still a problem, how do you cut with, even if it's a slightly rising inflation number, how do you cut with rising inflation? All right. Chris says, got to see the history of the rate cuts during election years to make a rational decision. I'll maybe do a video on that. All right. With all of that being said, this sets the mood or the tone for today that is inflation catching up to the market? All right, with that being said, I want you to change my screen. I'm going to use me, and I'm going to go to the news stories. All right, Joey, you can take me to my news stories. I got to depend on you. What if you walk away? How do I get this to pop up all by myself? Can I just click? Can I click that all by myself? Wow, look at you. Look at you trying to teach me something. Well, and then just go up to this thing over here. All right, when in doubt, use down here, and then click something up over here. Any of them? Okay. Oh boy, well, I'm going to be in trouble. All right. The Federal Reserve's losing $1 trillion interest 6 months. No rate cut till September. Be nice to Joey. He doesn't walk. Yes, he does walk away. Don't say he doesn't walk away. He walks away. All right. So here's the news as it appears. Inflation appears, and this is the new word right now, sticky. All right, that's the new word right now. See what SA analysts have to say about the latest CPI report. Then there's several people. I don't know who all these people are. Another horrible inflation report. Why is the bond market ignoring it? Inflation is still in a downtrend. It's worth keeping the big picture in mind here as we look at the month of inflation data, and the trend is still strongly to the downside. I don't disagree with that. Inflation is coming down. All right, but is it coming down fast enough for the Fed to make a decision in the short term to cut interest rates? No Fed cuts anytime soon. That's my thinking. I know no Fed cuts anytime soon. Back-to-back hot inflation may extend the Fed's pause. Stocks rally as implied volatility drops following the hot CPI report. So these are just people that are out there stating their cases. Now, I did talk about a stock. I talked about a stock, and I thought it was going to do well on earnings because it was in the field of cybersecurity. Interesting on SentinelOne. It's down almost 17% today, but revenue increased by 38%. Annual recurring revenue up by 39%. Gross margin expansion improved 72%, while the GAAP gross margin rose 78 from 75. Operating significantly improved significantly from 79 to 40. Customer growth 100,000 by 30%. I'm looking at all of this stuff. And I'm like, what the flying flip happened to SentinelOne with all of this news? So it dips even as Wall Street defends after strong and solid quarter four. The fact that SentinelOne shares fell after the results is due to three issues, Bank of America said. CrowdStrike raised Wall Street and investor expectations after its own results. SentinelOne's total annual recurring revenue at $724 million and a net new annual recurring revenue of $61 million were slightly below expectations. This company made a lot of freaking money. They did well, but I don't like this. Slightly below expectations, and its guidance was conservative. So it did what I anticipated. It beat earnings, it beat revenues, but it came in short as compared to what Wall Street wanted, and the guidance was conservative. Well, you know something? I wouldn't mind a conservative guidance. It's better than a bad guidance. All right, Akshaya says they guide lower and said their focus is to make profit rather than going after growth. Well, if you want to make profit, who does that affect? The investor. The investor's all about that. I saw that Dick's did good on earnings due to it being the only game in town. All right, we're gonna take a look at that too. Gas prices still going up and adding to sticky inflation. Man, so Ryan and I were talking about that this morning, and we said that OPEC has stalled on production so much that oil is going to be on the rise. They stalled on production so much that oil is going to, and I doubled down on my USO. Yes, I'm still sitting 50% in cash, but I doubled down on my USO. Ryan is either doing a video or he did a short today on oil. Go check it out if you haven't. All right. UiPath paves the way with AI automation. Analysts react with high praise. Again, the AI story, I'm very interested to see that if the market decides to go down, does AI still have the wherewithal to go up if the market is going down? AI is its own entity right now in the market. And I'm really thinking that AI might be able to withstand a pullback in the market. Ukraine bombed some refineries in Russia. That's why oil is up. I think it's more than that. Even with that, I think that whether it's in the Russia-Ukraine war or in the Israeli-Hamas war, I think any oil refinery that gets hit is going to be a bolster to oil moving higher. Between the two wars, if oil gets affected, if they get hit, anything, oil is going to go up. And it is inflationary. And if oil is going up and it's inflationary, that still makes it tough for the Fed to cut interest rates. When we were going through this high, almost 9% inflation or 9% inflation, a lot of it was driven by oil. And oil may come back into the picture after it's gone down as much as it has. Oil may come back into the picture and make it really tough for the Fed to cut interest rates. I still have some SMCI and NVIDIA and small oil. I think that with SMCI and NVIDIA, I'm going to really try to keep my eyes on whether these stocks that have been so hot can continue to be hot if the market determines it wants to go down. Richard is right. Red Sea worries as well. The boats that are carrying oil and pirates are going after them. But we've got the U.S. in those waters to try to protect those boats as well. There's so much going on with oil, so much going on with AI, and so much going on with gold that I think that those are the three main places you might want to see. But if inflation rises higher, the dollar is stronger, gold will be affected. Do you understand that? Yes or no? Do you understand that? If oil goes higher, inflation goes higher, and oil goes higher, the dollar is stronger, that's going to affect gold to the downside. Do you understand that? So what I'm looking for in regards to gold has had a nice little run right now. But in regards to gold, if we have a stronger dollar, gold may step back a little bit. All right? That's huge. And I don't want you guys to get caught out there as well with with gold, if that determines to go down with a strong dollar. All right, another story. Qualcomm, that was interesting. Qualcomm expands chip. I don't know. That's that story, because I just went back to the other story. Huh? That ain't got nothing to do with us. That's that website. That's kind of poopy. That's all right. We'll go to the next story. Huh? I'm looking. Answer is no. And then this website, I can't stand this website, Market Screener. Can I log in? Did I log in? Yeah. No. There it is. This is Telenor. Telenor hooked up with NVIDIA to get more exposure globally. And now Cisco and Telenor. I want to keep my eyes on Telenor. Ooh, did I not put that in there? I should have put that in there. Telenor. Dick's Sporting Goods soars past holiday quarter estimates, raises dividend. That's huge for them. That's going to draw a lot of people into buying into the stock. All right. More so than them beating out the quarter. Dividend raised 10%. That's going to be big. And last story. This story, I don't like. All right, this story I don't like. Lithium Americas, LAC, ticker symbol, gains after a reported expected $2 billion government loan. So, lithium was going down in price because it's primarily used, the big use of it was in EVs. EV sales are starting to slack off, and people are looking more to go into hybrid. But the government gave them a $2 billion loan. And the whole idea, report that the administration has set to lend the company $2 billion for its lithium mine in Nevada. I don't. And that is one of the main reasons, Scott, that Tesla is getting killed. That is one of the main reasons that many of the EVs are getting killed. The demand for EVs is moving to not as many people are excited about getting into EVs. And I think a lot of that stems from the past, big winter issue in Iowa, and a lot of Teslas got jacked up and weren't able to charge up. And I think it put a bad taste in everybody's mouth. Will it ever get paid back? Don't know. I don't like that our government is doing that. Let it be. If the demand in lithium, and we got a lot of lithium, we've mined a lot of lithium, it's sitting there because people are not building as many EVs. Let it just work itself out. That's the whole art of supply and demand. All right, that's supply and demand. Let it work itself out. This story I don't like. All right, this story I don't like. Tabula says, why not all cash, Glenn, if you are so pessimistic about the market? I'm not super pessimistic about the market, Tabula. Have you not heard me say I take what the market gives me? I've given my insights on the sustainability of the trend. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to take advantage of what the market is giving me. All right. Also, don't get that twisted. I've said on more than one occasion, you should be in half positions. You should be raising cash. That doesn't mean I should be sitting on the sideline letting all these profits go to the wayside. Oh, no. I've never said that. Bill says, Glenn, you're being a realist. I am trying to the best I can. And Charles is saying the same thing. Follow the market. If the market is giving me the opportunity to buy stocks and make money, I'm just going to do it a little bit more prudently. That's all. All right. I'm just going to do it a little bit more prudently. Dave says, there are those of us who trade the do signal and the confirm calls. So Tabula, for me to just say, just be in all cash, that becomes a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? That's not being directed by some kind of a trading system. That becomes more emotional. I want you guys to take a lot of the emotion out of your trading. What I want you to do is I want you to pay attention to what's going on in the market. That's all. All right, that's all. Red days can be profitable days ahead. Could be, Scott. All right, so one day doesn't make a trend, but we did get to a level of resistance. The market did pull back away. We've had two negative inflation reports. Could the market start looking to pull further down? I'm not going to say yes. I'm not going to say no. But I do want you to be prepared just in case it is. Because this is what's going to happen. Someone like Tabula may say, oh man, now the market's down. You guys didn't help us. The first person that says that, if this market goes down, I'm going all in on you. Because I've done nothing but the best that I could have to just prepare you. Not scare you, but to prepare you. But somebody out there is going to say, well, this is all past now and you guys didn't. Yeah, we did. All right. So James says it's sometimes about your commentary. Is that a good thing or a bad thing, James? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Maybe a tough day for getting likes. Break out the cash. Ooh, listen, are we not getting likes? Nobody's liking. We got 71 likes. I look at it this way. Whether you agree with me or not, I'm still going to give my opinion, and I'm going to back it up by a lot of different things, whether it's news-driven or whether it's VectorVest-driven. I am still going to state my opinion and give my insight. I don't expect everybody in the room to agree with me. That's what makes good conversation on this channel. But my job is to try to put you in the best situation I can based on the information to help you trade and navigate every single market that's out there. That's it. All right. Scott says the inflation reports were negative. However, they weren't that bad. I agree with that. They weren't that bad. But let me keep reading. He says, I think the Fed will start to get major political pressure to start getting in a time frame together for the rate drop. Yep. And that should not happen, Scott. He should be independent from anything political. He's supposed to be a separate entity. Thus is my problem with that. All right. That is my problem with that. He is supposed to be separate from the political sphere. He's supposed to be making decisions based on what? The data. That's what he's said more than one occasion. It's all data driven. And if the data keeps coming in, that inflation keeps inching up a little bit becomes a lot. How can you cut interest rates if inflation is still a problem and going up? Niall says, but he is not. Well, we'll see. John says, you have to be your own manager. Glenn is here keeping your market cadence up at all times. Thank you, Glenn and Joey, and you guys are the best always being here. And Scott, you're right. He's walking a tightrope. He is playing a very dangerous game. And is the 2% a realistic target? You got to ask yourself that question, and so does he. All right. But you don't think that's what's going to happen? What's that, James? That is why you are the senior stock advisor at VectorVest, and I think you are the best and the biggest asset we have. Man, thank you so much for all of the great words. I appreciate that. All right, so let's just go see what's going on. Let's go see what's going on with the stocks I got picked out for you. Let me go over back to the system. Let me see if I can do this. Okay, here, and then here. Whew! I did it all by myself, Joey. Oh, it is not a realistic number considering the money that the government is spending. That's another part. And I cover that in tomorrow's video, Scott. I do cover that in tomorrow's video. I need you to, tomorrow's video, it was going to be a rant video, but I think it became more of an educational video to give you some answers as to, with the negative reports, why is the market still running higher? If you want the answer to that question, please watch tomorrow's 6 p.m. video and share it. All right, and share it. Thank you, Amir. I appreciate it. Talk about what the Fed's going to do. Reveal. That's in tomorrow's video as well. I got a lot of great stuff, a lot of great answers to a lot of the talking points that you're posing in here. Watch tomorrow's video. Amir says, but if government has huge debt, don't you think the Fed will lose the rate? And that's in tomorrow's. All of these, you got to watch tomorrow's video. All right, I just got to tell you that. You got to watch tomorrow's video. And if you do, and if you got to comment and let me know what you think about tomorrow's video. Does it make sense, or was I way off base? Make sure you comment on tomorrow's video as well. I need to know that. Because I'm the first one to say that I'm not an economist. I'm not an economist, but I just look at common sense things. All right, let's go see what stocks I got for you today. Let's go up. What's the markets doing? Let's see where we are. All the markets are down. Look at that. The VIX is popping up. People are getting a little bit more fearful. I understand that one day is down, but I think a lot of people are coming to the realization. By the way, thank you, Phyllis, for that. People are coming to the realization of a lot of things that I was saying is true. All right, and fear is starting to pop up. IWM, the biggest mover to the downside. People are getting out of those low dollar stocks quickly today. All right, so Laugh out loud. You're leaving tomorrow. I am leaving tomorrow, but I'll be back on Tuesday. So that's what the market is doing. All of the stocks. I wonder if I put Telenor in here. The stocks that made this. Telenor is not in here. T-E-L. Telenor. There we go. Telenor hooking up with Cisco. I like. Telenor already did a partnership with NVIDIA. They're just trying to get out there a little bit more. Big movers, Dix, 15% up to this upside. That $2 billion loan help out Lithium America, up 8.5%. With the down day today, though, QCOM story not working out. Telenor not working out. Cisco, Telenor and Cisco together, they're both down nominally. UiPath is down over 5%, and SentinelOne, I still can't get over that. And just because of the guidance, it's getting killed. Did I buy into that? I don't remember if I did or not. It would have made sense that I did. Research. Let's go here. Let me move this over. I'm going to tell you real quick if I got into SentinelOne. You know me, I always like to eat my own cooking. I don't know if I did or did not. And I'm going to tell you in a second. I did not. That would have probably pushed me over my 50%. That would have pushed me over my 50%. All right, so, yeah. I was wondering if I got into it or not. All right. Why would you buy anything today? That's a good question. And if you're not comfortable buying anything today, don't. Where are we? Where's my home page? Where's the primary wave? Primary wave is down. Second time this week. You don't need to see this. I'm just looking at the home page. Second time this week, the primary wave has gone down. 2 red lights on RT and the buy to sell ratio big. If you don't feel comfortable, no, I didn't need to put that up. I was going to. I was gonna. Good. Yeah, keep me right where I am. All right. I just wanted to see where. Oh gosh darn it, where everything sat. Let me put this back over to here. All right, where everything was at. I am, if you are looking for stocks to buy, all right, if you are looking for stocks to buy, I'm still going to give you fish. Now, interesting, when I looked at the MPI to find some stocks, in the way the market is right now, I can only find you 3. I always try to give you 5 to 10. I could only find 3. Now, when I look at these, Amazon, up today, I don't know what that is. It sounds like Despacito. I don't know how to sing in Spanish. All right, but that's DESP up 3% today, and Kellogg up 1.7% today. All right, so I am, and these stocks are still in uptrends. RT is nicely above 1. Recommendation still a buy. Both of them have double-digit growth rates. Midas Touch. Here's TSLQ work. I'm in TSLQ. Oh, I can bring that up. I'm in TSLQ. I've been in it. I'm up pushing 25%. I own 59 shares. I've owned it for a while. I'm up 25% on TSLQ. I've done videos showing you that, they are just not, it's not a good time to be in Tesla. So the TSLQ, you buy it long, Bob, and it plays Tesla to the downside. Kellogg, I guess the CEO was right. People are eating cereal for dinner. I laugh, but that's true. That is what they've said. That people, because food is so expensive. I don't eat cereal because I'm lactose intolerant. So I'm not a cereal eater. All right, I'm not a cereal eater. I'm looking at Midas Touch, 5 stocks, 1 went negative. But again, I'm with you. If you don't feel comfortable buying stocks, don't. But the stocks that I am finding are stocks that are in uptrends, and for the most part, are buy recommendations. Only 2 of these have double-digit, really, Robinhood? Double-digit earnings growth. All right, so another snapshot of fish for you. Multi-baggers. Let me see what I got going here. Let's go back. This was last week's multi-baggers. See how well they did. TSLQ is an inverse. Let's quick test. Wow, I did eke out a gain. Bohr was up 4.5% in 1 week. ADMA was down 1.7. We did eke out a gain against the market. So I'm going to clear these out. My multi-baggers are I'm going to show you a portfolio of those in a second. Delete all of those. I'm going to give you my new multi-bagger picks for this week. Bohr is in there again, comma HTCR, comma ARLO. These are my new multi-bagger picks for you. But I'd be careful with these. And yeah, I'd be careful if the market wants to show some more move to the downside. RTs are all huge. Earnings growth rates are beautiful on these stocks. But if you're not comfortable, don't take it. Talking about portfolios, I wanted to talk to you about my multi-bagger picks. Go to portfolios, my portfolios. Let's go to the multi-bagger picks. Multi-bagger searches that I did or videos that I did, 2.67%. Man, what are they up? Look at this. All right, 25%, 18% out of the 3 stocks that I've given you on their way, hopefully, to get the multi-bagger. Here's another one. It's up 3.91. Wow, look at these stocks. Have anybody taken advantage of any of my multi-bagger picks? Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 out of them are double-digit up since I've put them in. I think this could be a thing. My multi-bagger stock search. But that's not half bad at all. All right, that's not half bad at all. Talking about Mara, I did buy into, what was the crypto ETF that pays a dividend? It wasn't IBIT. What was the other one? I got into it. I can tell you what it is. I'm into it, and I'm not, it's all right. What is it? BITO. I'm in BITO. All right, when crypto moves, it moves. When it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm only down about 3.71%. Glenn, you recommended Contras? Ooh, that's a good question. I would not say no. I would not say no to Contras. Let's go back to the viewers tab. Where is that at? I'm going to get down to them. There's the Contras. All right. I always keep Contras up no matter whether the market is up or down. Wow, they're all moving with the exception of Tex. Everything. Wow, look at that. LABD. I am in TSLQ. That's the only one that I'm in. Bank D. There you go, Akshaya. That's on the move. Semiconductor bearish. High beta. The Russell. Real estate. Ravi, are you here? There's real estate. Small cap also goes along with the Russell and LABD. They are moving. But that makes sense. That makes sense. Kennedy, I'm going to give you an opportunity to look at stocks in a second. That makes sense with the down day today. All right, that makes sense with the down day today. Gold stocks, let's go take a look. Again, with a strong dollar, what do you expect the gold stocks to look like? There you go. And I'm telling you, if inflation becomes a problem, the dollar is stronger, gold stocks are going to get hurt. I am currently trading HMY. I am currently in HMY, but I'm keeping my eye on that as I keep my eye on the inflation story. Let's go look at oil and gas. These are, things I still want to keep my eyes on. Oil and gas. Oil is going to be on the rise. If there's issues with OPEC and there's issues with anything oil related in any of these countries that get hit by any kind of wartime action, those are going to be things that raise oil. Oil is going to raise inflation. The rise in inflation is going to curtail the Fed's ability to cut interest rates. That's the common sense side of the story. Do you agree with what I just said, that rundown? Yes or no? Do you agree with that rundown in regards to the Fed's ability to cut interest rates? All right, just yes or no. Your direct from 2.8 is almost a bagger. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Listen, what did I say, Mike? My goal is to give you guys the opportunity to make money. If you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed to the channel, you need to do so. We give a lot of great insight on individual stocks over and over. Does each stock make money? Nope. But how many of you would agree, type of 1 or a 2, how many of you would agree that many of the stocks that we talk about have made you money? Type of 1. Type of 2, if you've tried to invest in some of the stocks that we've talked about and you've lost money. All right? I'll put myself out there. I do it all the time. I do it all the time. How many of you have made money off of the stocks that Ryan and I have talked about individually? How many of you have tried to do it and lost money? And that's an honest answer too. If you put it to, it's okay. I'm not gonna call you out. And Julian St. James said, I've lost some too. That's a real answer. That's a real answer, and I appreciated that. Scott says, I just started listening to you, but I will start riding with you. It's okay. It's okay. Julian St. James said 1 and 2. I got you on that. I got you. And Jazz said the same thing, half and half. But I do see a majority of the ones out there. Teledid said 2. And that's fine. I ain't, this is a judge-free zone. This is straight up judge-free. Parikh said 2 as well. All right. Let's see what I can do to make that better. All right, weekly theme is always going to be, I'm looking at cybersecurity stocks. I think that makes sense. They are all getting killed today. They are all getting killed, and that Sentinel-1 is the biggest loser. Sentinel-1, but Ryan has talked about Palo Alto. He's talked about CrowdStrike. We've both talked about CrowdStrike. I've talked about Sentinel-1. So today is not a good day for it. It is not a good day for it. All right. Let's go see how many likes do we have, Joey. You fell asleep again. I can give you 11 stocks today. I can give now. Type in your stocks. All right, Joey said 12. All right, now type in your stocks. I didn't hear what you said because you were mumbling. That's. All right, fine. We'll give it 13. BABA. Joey is very nice today. EXAI, MOD, PFIE, EME, Opera, MSTR. Holy, huh? Oh my gosh! Why you? I need it right, you Joey. You can't take it away from when I'm putting these stocks in. PFIE. I'm going in order of the selections. Opera. And sometimes I want to fight you. MSTR, MVDA, now, HCI. How many stocks is that? Joey, how many you said I'm supposed to give him? 13. All right. What was the last one? HCI. I got Vistra. Who said Joey's the boss? What? And SOXS. Is that 13? Let's go see. That's 13. There's your 13 stocks. And look at that. Don't click anything. Why are you messing my stuff up? Oh, shut up. All right. There's your stocks. All right. There's your stocks. No yelling at the boss. Joey's not the boss. All right. So, tell you what I'm not going to do today. And you tell me if you're good with this. I'm going to analyze these stocks, okay? But I'm not putting any stocks into your portfolio today. Are you okay with that, yes or no? What happened? You skipped around AI. No, I didn't. Let me go down my list. Huh? And I did not. I'm looking down the list of all this stuff: PFE, EME, Opera, Mista, NVIDIA, now HCI, Vistra, MTR. Yeah, Sound was down the list, Ed, after SOXL. No, so the answer to that is no. I didn't get enough likes for it. But I will, MTRX. I will go down, MTRX, SOXL, and then Sound. I need another 20 likes to get to Sound. I need another 20 likes to get this out. All right. So with that, no stocks on a down day. Yeah, y'all good with not buying stocks today? Don't buy on a down day, yes. All right. So I'm going to analyze these stocks. We'll do that. First thing is, these are sorted by VST. The stocks that are at the bottom of the list are your problem children. Alibaba, look at that. 3 stocks with VSTs below 1. 3 stocks with VST, and that's EXAI, Alibaba, and SOXS. All right, 20 likes or $50 will get you another stock. I agree with that. 20 likes or $50. It doesn't have to be $50, but if somebody wants to buy a stock, you can do so. If somebody wants to put in and donate to the channel, I can put in a stock for that, no matter how many stocks I'm looking at. All right, so There we go. TSLQ, Bob, I'm with you. I told you, I'm up about 25% on my TSLQ. When there's blood in the streets, I know. All right, with that being said, let me analyze these. 3 stocks with VSTs below 1. All right, what stocks are going up the most in the list? NVIDIA or NVDL, good play. Anything dealing with NVIDIA, but it's down today. I'll come back to that in a second. What else is going up? EME, good. MicroStrategy, Vistra Energy, Opera, all with RTs above 1. Actually, out of the 13, 11 have RTs above 1. Which stocks are going up the most today? SOXS, even though it's a sell, semiconductor, this is coming up more and more every day that SOXS is on the move. PFIE, Profire Energy, up today almost 3%. Modine, up 2.25%. AVGO, up 0.6%. And ServiceNow, up 0.3%. Anybody know the NVDL short? Hold on. NVD, which the short one, I guess is NVDD or NVDS. Both of these are to the downside. T-Rex 2 times no. There it is, NVDQ. There's 3 of them. NVDS, 1.25%. NVDD, triple. And NVDQ, 2 times. There's all 3 right there. There you go. NVDX is where you want to be. It dropped 93. Wow. So there you go. How about you ask, and just like that, you get it. All right. Which stocks go up more than they go down? Vistra Energy, NVIDIA. You get to see as I resort these different ways, which stocks rise to the top. Those are the stocks you want to keep your eyes on. All right, with that being said, let's just graph them. Again, we're not buying any of this today. I wonder, do I want to watch? Actually, I'm going to do it this way. Sort this by RT. Let's sort this by RT, right? These are the stocks that are going up the most. Now, when I graph these, I want to graph them with the star search to see if they're still in the fast lane. So remember, right now, I am. How come it didn't change to my graph, Joey? Do I have to do that? Yeah. All right. I'm going to graph these. Now, these are the stocks. Now, this is going to be cool information for you. How many of you are still trading NVD to the upside? Type of 1. How many of you are still trading NVD and NVIDIA to the upside? Type of 1. Because this graph right here is going to put some potato in the pantry. Where is it trading at right now? As far as this being a nice high momentum stock, look at this. That was the time to get out, take some profit. Take half off the table right there. And then you could have gone back in and put the other half back on. Boom, 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 boom. Half off the table right here. Put the other half back on. Half off the table right here. Does that make sense to you folks right there who are trading NVIDIA? High momentum graph. High momentum graph, looking at it from a star search perspective. Folks, half off, put it back on. Doom, 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 doom. Half off, put it back on. Half off. Does that make sense to everybody in this room who's trading NVIDIA? Yes or no? Yes or no? Man, this is some powerful information to help any of you who are trading the high momentum stocks. Let's go to another high momentum stocks. EME. Look at that. Beautifully in the fast lane. Half off. Put it back on. Half off. Oh, I'm loving this. Now, Jazz, we've tried to do this in the Jockey Club, or I have. I'm still trying to work on perfecting it, but from an end-of-day perspective, not only are we in the middle lane, but we're doing sideways in a little bit of a channel as well. You see that? Extended line. Boom. Boom. We're in a little bit of a channel. Now, guess what? I'm in the middle lane, but if I want more confirmation to get out, there's a level of support to get out. I love this. High momentum stocks. MSTR, down day, but still in the fast lane. Woo! I'm all right. I keep losing, man. I hold for too long. On which stock, Julian? On which stock? And now, Julian, if it's a high momentum stock, I've given you a process Look at this. Big pullback here, still in the fast lane. Boom. Pull back here, still in the fast lane. I'm telling you that it's okay to still hold MSTR right now. I'm too slow. By the time I take half off and put it back on, I missed the move. I'm not sure what I could tell you, Chris. And I'm looking at this on an end of day basis. So if it did cross below end of day, I close it out. But I can look at the next day, pre-market or the next market, and say, maybe I can stay in. I am looking at this on end of day. Jeff says, what do we call this strategy? Half-osity? All I'm doing is trying to get you guys to take profits on some of this stuff. Vistra, look at that. Nice fast lane, half. Take half off. Got a good profit. Oh, it went back above, put that other half on. I'm still in it. I got full position. I'd rather you be playing with half or quarter positions. But you guys are greedy. All right, Opera. Fast lane, down day, still in the fast lane. All right, need margin for this. If you're selling stock short, you're not selling anything short, Richard. All I'm saying is when we get in the middle lane, I close half the position. When we get into the slow lane, I'm out of it totally. I don't need margin for that. I'm not selling anything short. Next one, Modine. This was half off right here. Still in the half. We're not in the slow lane. Still in it. We got half position. We're already playing with the house's money right here, right? Let's go to the next one. Profire Energy now is in the fast lane. A lot of buying pressure right here, but it could be a reversal pattern right here. Both the DPOs, and it was at the pinch. I like all the entry when it got into the fast lane, coming out of the pinch, riding the upper band. Even with a day like today, I'm still fine. All right, even with a day like this, I'm still fine. HCI in the fast lane, sideways moving. Man, why is it all the way over there? Stop doing that. Let me just get rid of that. Let me just go put horizontal line. Also sitting a little bit of a channel. Why is it giving me all this? Delete. I said, stop giving me all this. It's in a channel, but it's still in the fast lane. I also got a level of support right here. By the time it breaks through both, that'll be a good time to get out. EXAI. Well, now I'm going to change the graph layout going from EXAI. All right, those were the high momentum stocks. Right click. I'm going to change the graph layout. These are not as high momentum. Put this on a 3-month graph. I'm going to change the graph layout to the MPI. Do you guys see the difference a graph can make in making your decisions? Yes or no? Do you see the difference a graph can make in making your decisions? Yes or no? All right. Interesting on EXAI. I'm about to get trend. What's the stock doing? Holy smokes. What is the stock doing? The stock is in a channel. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. Can I move that up a little bit? Yep, I can. And all the way down here, can I move that back? Yes, I can. This is a big channel. I don't know if I want EXAI. It's in a big channel. All right, but I got trigger. I might get trend. I needed to break above that level of resistance. I needed to break above that resistance. All right, and wow, AVGO, Broadcom, we lost trigger. When was earnings? We lost trigger right on the date of earnings. The stock's price has been going down. And what else did it do? It just started fading this gap right here too. That's not a good signal for AVGO right now. Next one. Hold on. I think I got to sneeze. Hold on. Okay. Service Now was in a downtrend. It broke down through that downtrend and went to an uptrend. I don't have trigger. I would like, I wouldn't think about it now, depending on what the market does. I'd like to see me take out the 3-month high before I jump on board. All right. Let's go to the next one. Oof. Alibaba. I'm not feeling that at all. Oof. There's the high. Yeah, I'm not feeling Alibaba right now. I might have trigger. I don't really. I'm about to get trend, but I'm not feeling that price action from the high. Definitely moving down lower. Oh, Sox S. Nice little base here. Base! How low can you go? Depth row. What a brother knows. Once again, okay, that's neither here nor there. Level of support. I like the bounce up. If the market, this could be a good early point. I got trigger. I got trigger on SOXS. Do. Yeah, I do have trigger. Could be, if the market starts going down, could be a good early entry. I don't have trend yet. Take a 1-month software trial. The training tab have many hours of excellent videos starring the host Glenn Tompkins. Oh, thank you. And Janice is saying the same thing to Julian. You can get a month trial for $9.95. Best money you'll ever spend. What chart style does Joey use? Hey, Joey, what chart style do you use? The people want to know. He's running what he sees on the graph. That's what he's doing. He's running what he sees on the screen. Oh, they can't. He says he runs MPI. I said, yeah, he's running what he sees on the screen. What is a bear ETF for cybersecurity? I don't know if there is one. Let's go find out. Bear ETF for cybersecurity. Let's go see if there is one, because I don't know. That's what are cyber ETFs? Blah, blah, blah. Cyber. Cyber. That's bear ETFs, not what I'm looking for. I don't know. I got to do some research. I'm not sure there is one. I got trigger. Is that the song from Lone Ranger? Nope. Joey invented the All right, I'm going to my last screen. I'm done. I am so done. The Joey Perfect Indicator, the JPI, really? Really, Jeff? Oh boy. That just made my heart rate, my blood pressure go up. I just want you to know that. That just made my blood pressure go up. All right, I gotta go. One day, Joey's just gonna come up and just do this, and I'm just gonna sit on the sidelines and watch him. Joey, when you ready to do a Trending Thursday all by yourself? Oh, all right. He said he might have done it today. Maybe one day we're gonna have to let Joey do Trending Thursday. Look at Janice says 3 minutes early today. Wow, look how efficient you have gotten. Yeah, I get tired of hearing Joey's man. He sounds just like that too. He sounds just like that. You don't hear that's what he sounds like. All right, folks. Let Joey do the outro by himself. You want to do the outro today, Joey? I can turn it up so they can. I gotta go. Joey, I'm turning you up so you can do the outro today. They can be able to hear you. Talk right now. Talk. Yeah, they can. Can you hear Joey? Say something, Joey.
Well, if you stop talking, I can see, but I can't. Nah, they can't hear me.
They can't hear you?
No.
Y'all didn't hear Joey? Ryan is doing the show tomorrow. Ryan is doing the mobile app coaching tomorrow. All right. I'll be back next Tuesday. My wife picked a good time to go to the beach. It's going to be cold and rainy. Way to go, babe. But that's all right. Oh, see, Janice said she heard you. Amir said the same thing. Good.
Put her in timeout.
All right.
So put him in timeout. Put everybody in timeout.
All right. So there you go. Sign out today, Joey.
No, I'm good.
Go ahead. They want you to. VV Nation wants you to sign out today.
All right. Adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to my peeps in Hawaii. Bom dia, salam, shalom, namaste, yasu.